Braxton, you've had quite a while to think about this. Now that the week is kind of finally here, what are your emotions? Excitement, nervousness, all of it?
All of the above.
Yeah.
I knew I've been in the event for about a month and a half now, but honestly, I haven't thought a whole lot about it because I've been playing in so many other tournaments, traveling,
Yeah.
practicing, and finally, once I finished up with the USM last week, I was kind of able to be like, all right, I'm a pro now. Manitoba Open's coming up, and I'm playing at my home club, so really excited for it.
Yeah, you had those two obviously big amateur events to close out your amateur career. Maybe not the showing that you would have hoped for, but maybe just take us through how both those played out in your mind, the Canadian and then the USM.
Yeah, a little disappointing to miss the cut in the Canadian Am. Somewhere where I really want to represent my country, and being on the national team too, I was hoping to play well. And then the USM as well. Really deep field, tough field, and I was there and kind of made a couple mistakes coming down the stretch, and so. Overall, maybe on paper it doesn't look like the greatest finish, but I know the way I was hitting the ball and the way I've been playing is showing a lot more promise than maybe my scores are. So I'm still pretty optimistic about how I've been hitting the ball.
You can play this golf course probably in your sleep because you played it so often, but how different is it looking and playing maybe this week compared to just a normal round here on any other time of the year?
It's the same course, the same layout. Obviously the rough's much longer and the pins are going to be harder, but at the end of the day it's still breezy bend, right? They can't move any of the bunkers or the trees, and so the layout's going to be the same. It's just you're going to get more penalized for misses. So yeah, I'm very comfortable out here, obviously, and I'm trying not to put pressure on myself, maybe playing in front of the home club and the home crowd, but just going to go out there and enjoy it.
How do you approach that when you've played here so much? You know everybody that's here, but it's kind of a different animal at the same time.
Honestly, it's just golf. Whether that's at Breezy Bend or in San Francisco with the USM, it's just me and the golf course. So it's easy to get caught up when maybe I have a bigger crowd of people following me, or at least I know people are checking in to see how I'm doing. So it can be more distracting, but at the end of the day, I think I'm good at once I step on the first tee, I'm focused on golf, and I can kind of block all that out until after the round.
Is there a stretch on this golf course that you really feel comfortable with, that maybe you can kind of sit back and relax a little bit more when you're on those holes?
The opening holes are pretty easy, or at least they were until number 2 is a par 4 now.
Yeah.
So usually you can get off to a hot start, but guys out here make a lot of birdies, so I can't get on a cold streak as well. Scores are probably going to be low. I know the weather's tough this week, and it's probably going to make the scores a little higher than they would be, but I would say the back nine has more opportunities for me because there's a lot of risk and reward holes where maybe I'm more comfortable than some other guys would be. And I know all pros are pretty aggressive players, but I think hole 10, hole 14, holes where you can cut off trees or water and stuff, I think those will be to my advantage.
What about the next gen program? What's that done for you in terms of your capability, your talent, just your, I guess that'll, yeah.
It's been great. The resources that Golf Canada has between funding and coaching and all of that has been really helped me to not only, improve my game from a technical aspect, but also have opportunities to travel and compete. And I've been so fortunate to go to, South America a couple times. I played the British Am and now the US Am as well, and Golf Canada's helped with all of that. So really grateful for everything they've done for me, and it's definitely helped prepare me, to play against competition that I'll face at this next level now.
Corey predicted last week that a new course record he thinks is going to get set this week. Would you maybe echo that prediction?
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
It's 62 right now,
Yeah.
I guess before the renovations. Again, it's going to be windy, maybe a little bit of rain, but I can easily see a 61 or a 60 out there. I wouldn't be surprised at all if somebody does that, so we'll see.
Could be you.
Could be me. I won't write myself off, but
Right on.
yeah.
I know coming into this week, you haven't had a lot of time, but have you allowed yourself at all to kind of think about the amateur career that you've had as you flip the page to being a pro now?
A little bit. I've always kind of looked forward to the next events, maybe too much so sometimes, so I get anxious about it. But to have the career that I've had, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I'm really grateful to accomplish what I've done in Manitoba and to be able to have the experiences throughout high school and obviously college, and then with Golf Canada now as I transition on to pro, I'm just really grateful for all the opportunities I've had to get to where I am, and the people that have supported me. Breezy Bend, my parents, my friends, family. It's really been a team effort. So, to kind of flip the page and move on to this next chapter of golf, I'm optimistic and excited for it, but also a little disappointed as I kind of reminisce on golf and what it's meant to me growing up.
This step, heading towards professional, it's happening here in your hometown. You're gonna have family, you're gonna have friends here. Has that sunk into you yet, knowing that they're gonna be on the sideline and you're playing your first professional event here in your hometown?
Right. I mean, it's so much to think about, like who's going to be here, who's going to be watching me. But at the end of the day, I'm more concerned about where my first tee shot's going to go on Thursday, or at least I should be. So it's going to be cool to, hopefully have a bit of a crowd out and my friends and family supporting me. But I'm going to try and maybe ride that energy opposed to, dread it. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. When you first got into golf, did you ever think you'd be sitting next to a Winnipeg Jet playing your first professional tournament here in Manitoba? Was this something you envisioned when you were younger?
Probably not. No. Back then I was just, competing in MJT events and kind of improving my game there and really hoping to play college golf. And it's kind of just spiraled from there. So I was never looking ahead this far, but that's, makes it so special to be here today and have this opportunity. Yeah.